everyone. Today we are here to speak about artificial intelligence or to know something more about what artificial intelligence is. So when I say the word artificial intelligence, maybe some of you may be aware, some of you may not be aware, or some of you might know or maybe not sure of. Over the past several years, technology based on artificial intelligence have started changing our lives. So innovations have rolled out at an accelerated pace, not only in professional workings, but even at homes and in our schools. So like for example, Hello Barbie, Cosmos, Alexia. So these are some examples of artificial intelligence toys where it have made a home to many children, especially in US. So with many more developments taking place around the world. So there is also an informal and connected learning environment such as MIT Media Lab SCAP platform, where the youth have the opportunity to design and program artificial intelligence like interactive games, simulations, chatbots, and virtual robots with great benefits for creativity, learning, and self-expression. So for the coming days, for the coming years, and for now at present, artificial intelligence will create an impactful changes for our society, which involves diverse topics, which includes economy, ethics, policy making, philosophy, and the law. So now let us see and let us learn the definitions of artificial intelligence. So first, let us get to know the definitions or the different definitions given about artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is the ability of a man-made system to replicate human thoughts. So any task performed by a program or a machine is also called artificial intelligence. AI is the science and engineering of making intelligent machines like robots. And then artificial intelligence is a technique of getting machines to work and behave like humans. So as we have learned the definitions or seen the different definitions of what artificial intelligence is, let us just get to know about the historical timelines of artificial intelligence. So John McCarthy is one of the founding fathers of AI, and he was an American computer scientist and cognitive scientist. So along with him, Alan Turing, Marvin Minsky, Alan Turing, and Herbert A. Simon worked along together in order to coin the term about artificial intelligence in the year 1955. And then in 1956, what did they do? They organized the famous Dartmouth Conference. And it was in this conference that they started AI or artificial intelligence as a field of work to discover more or to improve more. Now let us see the types of artificial intelligence or AI. So there are three types of artificial intelligence. The first one is narrow, second is general, and the third is super. So narrow artificial intelligence means what we see around us. That means the system is taught and learn how to carry out only specific tasks. So all those technology falls under narrow artificial intelligence. So what about general artificial intelligence? It's a type of adaptable intellect found in humans. That means they are able to perform more complex, and also it's a flexible form of intelligence capable of learning how to carry out vastly different tasks. And so about super artificial intelligence it's a term referring to the time when the capability of computers will surpass humans. That means the capability of the computer will take over human brains. That means the working capacity will be more. So that is the awaiting that is ahead of us. So to understand more about these types of artificial intelligence, let us watch a short video.
First, we have the artificial narrow intelligence, artificial general intelligence, and finally artificial super intelligence. Artificial narrow intelligence, which is also known as weak AI, involves applying artificial intelligence only to specific tasks. Now, many currently existing systems that claim to use artificial intelligence are operating as a weak AI focused on a narrowly defined specific problem. Now, Alexa is a very good example of narrow intelligence. It operates within a limited, predefined range of functions. There is no genuine intelligence or no self-awareness despite being a sophisticated example of weak AI. Other examples of weak AI include the face verification that you see in your iPhone, the autopilot feature at Tesla, the social humanoid Sophia, which was built at Hanson Robotics, and finally we have Google Maps. All of these applications are based on weak AI or artificial narrow intelligence. Now let's take a look at artificial general intelligence. Artificial general intelligence is also known as strong AI. It involves machines that possess the ability to perform any intellectual task that a human being can. You see, machines don't possess human-like abilities. They have a strong processing unit that can perform high-level computations, but they're not yet capable of thinking and reasoning like a human. There are many experts who doubt that artificial general intelligence will ever be possible. And there are also many who question whether it should be desirable. I'm sure all of you have heard of Stephen Hawking. Now, he warned us that strong AI would take off on its own and redesign itself at an ever-increasing rate. Humans who are limited by slow biological evolution couldn't compete and would be superseded. Coming to artificial superintelligence, this is a term that refers to the time when the capabilities of computers will surpass human beings. Artificial superintelligence is presently seen as a hypothetical situation as depicted in movies and science fiction books where machines will take over the world. However, tech masterminds like Elon Musk believe that artificial superintelligence will take over the world by the year 2040. Now that you know the different types of artificial intelligence,
so by now, hope you have understood what are the different types of artificial intelligence. Let us just get to know how it affects on the youth. That means the effects of AI on youth. So the first point is it reduces stress. That means our workload is being reduced because of the input of the artificial intelligence. Like for example, even for a small calculation or for mathematical calculations, we use our calculator. Even in that small thing, there is an input of the artificial intelligence. And also we are engaged. That means we are never idle because of the different types of artificial intelligence that is placed before us. So what happens? Children interact and use artificial intelligence every single day as they engage with electronic devices. Almost all electronic devices are used as considered as smart, and at least they can connect to an artificial intelligent source. That means you are having some doubt on certain topics. What do? You just go on Google and you type your doubts, and then your question is right in front of you. So there is always an input of artificial intelligence in all this. And then the other point is this artificial intelligence has got high potential. So what happens? That high potentials mean it is involved in all spheres of life. That's what I would say. So this artificial intelligence has impact on all spheres of life. For example, healthcare, energy, entertainment, governance, gaming, and much more. So in all this, artificial intelligence has been used. And this artificial intelligence has got a positive turns. How? Because this intelligence is able to prepare. That means the adults are able to prepare the children in order to face new challenges and opportunities that is ahead of them. Because of the use of artificial intelligence, they are able to show a path or show a way to the children in order to go for the new challenges that is placed before them. And then this artificial intelligence plays a better role for us. That means the concept of responsible technology is beginning to emerge and play a role in today's world to help develop safe and computing system. Now, let us see the benefits of artificial intelligence. So, what's the benefits of this artificial intelligence? The four main points I'm projecting here before you: productivity, decision making, personalization, increased accuracy. So, because of the use of artificial intelligence, our productivity also increased, our communication also increased, and then our decision making is made easier, and we are able to personalize in our own lifestyle by using different types of artificial intelligence. And then our accuracy too increased because of the use of, or because of the presence of the artificial intelligence. So to get more detailed idea about the benefits of artificial intelligence, let us watch a video on it.
Let's take a look at the benefits. First, AI is huge for productivity. Imagine a world where you didn't have to perform the menial tasks of your job because a computer could do it. Things like managing referrals, updating information, and coordinating schedules, leaving you free to focus on big picture strategy. Some studies predict AI can increase workplace productivity by as much as 300%. That could be a very big impact for your business. Second, AI can help with decision making because machines aren't clouded by emotions. AI can do things like predict financial trends, pull analysis for rolling out a new product, and solve customer service issues all much more quickly and for a fraction of the cost of having humans do it. In fact, a venture capital firm in Hong Kong even put a robot on its board of directors because it could pick up on market trends humans couldn't see and could quickly make objective decisions. Third, we have personalization. Have you ever tried to hire someone only to find out a few months down the road that they just aren't a good fit for the company? AI can identify success factors and screen job applicants to highlight the people who are most predisposed to perform well. AI can also help organizations better understand their employees and what they care about and value in order to deliver more personalized experiences. Personalization is also very relevant to customers, but it can be expensive and time-consuming for humans to deliver on this. That's where AI comes in, for remembering online shopping preferences, creating personalized ad campaigns, or reaching out to customers via chatbot. AI can be huge in turning customized experiences into sales. Lastly, we have increased accuracy. Humans naturally make errors in our work, no matter how carefully we check data. However, AI has the potential to be virtually error-free. Experts have already predicted that governments could use AI to reduce fraud and minimize errors in tax collection. In the medical space, which has used many of the same practices for decades, AI is being used to diagnose diseases with nearly 100% accuracy.
As we have seen the benefits of artificial intelligence, let us see the risk that is placed before us, or the negative effects of AI in our day-to-day life. So what happens? The first point is security and privacy are huge. Like, we all want to keep privacy, or there is a private space for each one of us. But when it comes to the field of artificial intelligence, sometimes our privacy may be exposed and we are not able to do it. And then there are regulations, rules which are not currently in place. And there is also challenge in going against our status quo. That's what you'll be learning again. And then there is a lot of job displacement. Because of the use of the artificial intelligence, our job capacity is being decreased and many are being placed jobless. And then there is opportunity of cyber attacks. It may happen to anyone. and then we are not being protected. And then the another concern is that, we have mentioned for the first point, privacy will continue to be linked to artificial intelligence, as a gathered data is designed to many and contain important personal data. So any form we fill up in the Google, what happens? They ask all the details. That means our private data is being exposed to the artificial intelligence that is placed before us. And also another important point is that it places a risk for us is AI can alter the way children communicate and even handle real relationships with the omnipresence of artificial devices. As always, child may never feel alone, or their desire to learn may be diminished as their own intelligence is questioned. So what happens? Because of the overuse of this artificial intelligence, what will affect the child? The child will never feel the need of connectivity with others or with other humans. So they are always alone with the devices that is in their hand. And then another thing is their intelligence is being questioned. They are not able to use the talents that is within them. Instead, they fully depend on the artificial intelligence that is placed beforehand. So that we need to really take care on this portion, so that we will be able to discover what is within us and then use at the same time artificial intelligence in order to increase the productivity. So to understand about this risk, let us watch a short video on it.
AI may sound great, but what about the potential dangers? First up, we have security and privacy. To be effective, AI needs access to lots of information, which means it could be pulling or sharing your employee or customer data without you even knowing it. And so far, no one is stepping up to regulate what it can and can't see and use. This is especially crucial as AI becomes smarter and more self-reliant. Second, rules and regulations are not currently in place to help control what AI can be used for, what AI can control, what information it has access to, or what to do when something goes wrong. And something always goes wrong. Third, it's challenging the status quo. After all, implementing AI is a huge transition that can upset many of the established practices and processes inside of our organizations. Many companies just aren't ready for the switch to AI and could take time before they are in an organizational and cultural mindset to adopt this new technology. This is true for employees and for customers. How will employees feel working with an AI coworker? And how will customers feel when they show up to a retail store and are helped by a robot instead of a human? Lastly, we have the big concern of job displacement. Will AI create more jobs than it replaces, or will it replace more jobs than it creates? Of course, nobody knows the answer to this question, and studies and data have been pointed out which can justify either outcome. This is perhaps the largest issue facing AI today, and for good reason. We are simply not prepared to live in a world where AI and robots do most of our jobs, and we don't have any concrete plans in place for how to address this.
So to conclude this session, I just want to highlight a few points. So artificial intelligence and robots do most of our jobs, and we have no plans in place for how to address this. So that's a big question mark that is before us. And AI will undoubtedly play a large role in the future of work and life. Yeah, that is for sure. Because this will overtake, that means super artificial intelligence may take place. So what we need to do? We need to do is to learn how to learn. That means not keeping aside our talents, but at the same time balancing the intellectual capacity that we have, and at the same time using the artificial intelligence that is placed before us in order to increase our productivity. And then remember, we need to always value the new things that is placed before us. That means there is one side artificial intelligence. It doesn't mean we have to stick on only to that. There will be new possibilities, new challenges. So we should be able to learn that. And this last point, which I want to focus to you all, is empathy, emotion, human connection, inspiration. This can be done only by humans. And that cannot be done by AI or artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence cannot feel our emotions. There is no connectedness between different humans. Empathy is not there. So what we need to do, we just need to treasure all this and keep up the human relationships that we have, so that we will not become like machines, but we live like humans. So artificial intelligence, when we have spoken about that, even though there is a lot of risk placed before us, but my dear youth, remember, this AI has done a lot of space of creativity in our day-to-day life. So space of creativity means it has given us a lot of opportunity to use the talents in a more creative manner, which will attract the present society today. As I have told you in the introductions, there is a lot of platforms where you can perform your creativity and then others can see and then they can get inspirations. So AI has produced a lot of space where the youth, especially the young minds, can utilize the opportunity that is given to them and use it in a creative manners. And moreover, there is also create a lot of excitement, like youth are in them innate capability where you have a lot of excitements. So this AI creates a lot of excitement among the youth and humanity as a whole, because everyone contemplates creating machine in our own image. So like if mobile phones in your hands and there are different softwares, and what do? You try to find out something which is different from the existing one. So there is a lot of excitement. So AI, the use of this AI creates a lot of excitement among the youth. And there is a massive productivity. So when I say about massive productivity, what is that? So massive productivity means the youth are very vibrant and you all have a greater potentiality. So because of the input of this artificial intelligence, you are able to produce more. That means productivity is more. In a short period of time, you can produce a lot of things. So in the same manner, it helps to improve your productivity, to improve your potentiality that is within us. And then our workload is also being reduced. Why? Because of the involvement of this artificial intelligence. So which means at the same time you do one thing and at the same time you can do some other things, which enables the workload to be reduced and at the same time the productivity is increased. So my dear viewers, benefits and risk of artificial intelligence is placed before us. So it depends on you what to select, what to do, and what not to do. So it depends on you what to make use and what not to make use. So we should be prudent enough. We should be very sensitive to all the things that is available in front of us and make use of the best opportunity possible, so that as I have told you, we can increase the space of creativity and we can make use of the excitement that is placed before us. We can also increase the productivity and then we can really have a fun of life by making use of this artificial intelligence that is placed before us. So my dear students, choose what is best and use what is best. Thank you for your attentive listening.